Hi everybody, Susie here, and I'm super excited. Today I have Po Tim King on my YouTube channel, and she is a homeschooling mother with 4 kids. She's a former Cantonese and Mandarin teacher and a private piano teacher who graduated in linguistics. Since she is raising multilingual children, Cantonese, Mandarin, and English, she started creating her own Chinese homeschooling materials and shared them through her blog, Fortune Cookie Mom. She just launched her first online course, Introducing Chinese in Home, and she made over $1,000. So here's her story. We're going to interview her and kind of hear how she started and everything about her. So Po Tim, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, ni hao, Lai Ho. I'm Po Tim King, and I'm from Hong Kong, and I'm a bilingual homeschooling mom right now with 4 children. My oldest one is 8, and my youngest one just 2 years old right now, and it is fun and amazing. And yeah, so I marry a Japanese American husband, which he doesn't speak Japanese. He speaks Cantonese and pretty good Mandarin as well. So that's kind of a foundation to like, okay, she speaks Chinese, I do too. So let's teach our kid Chinese, and we are planning to move back to the state and settle. And so we know we're going to teach them Chinese as well as of course English. Um, and so I started this blog. One of the reason is, first of all, I just like Susie, I'm sure a lot of moms too, like you be a mom, you stay home, and then your kids start to have school, and you're busy, but also I feel I lost a lot of hobbies.
Yeah.
My hobby is playing piano and music. My kids, when I play, after a minute, they just go play the piano for me. So I never really practice anymore. And I like to play badminton and sport, but I cannot drag my 4 kids out and do this. And so everything changed.
Yeah.
And that's, blog come up, and we do need to, because we decided to homeschool, and so my husband only him to work out there. So we do need to like think about some extra money I can make, as well as something that I like to do. And so Fortune Cookie Mom's created by that as well.
That's amazing. So how long ago did you create Fortune Cookie Mom?
Almost 4 years.
Okay, that's awesome. And you've been teaching and helping people learn Chinese and teaching that to their kids.
Yep, exactly. So I'm mainly, because English is not my native language, so it's kind of hard to blog and do everything in English.
Yeah.
So I'm mostly focused on creating printable right now. And so launching a course is huge because I need to, speak and write and everything in English in front of the camera, do live, but it is amazing too.
How did you get the confidence to do that?
Uh, I don't know, just go for it. I'm a mom, so nothing scare me, but I'm like, okay, I'm a mom, like I don't need to be, popular or whatever, just do it. And it is not easy sometimes, especially for live, you don't see much attendance there, which, is pretty common for live. People just go through it and, oh, you can done instead. And I do have, get to know a couple more, really good friends, I become friends and stuff like that. So those little, small amount of people that the encouragement or their words that really helped me to have this courage actually.
Yeah, that's I love that. Just the bravery or the courage. What do you say it? Now I can't get the word. We're like talking about languages. The courage, I guess it's not bravery. It's the courage of mothers that you always are in new situations. Like your kids get older and they do different things, and you're like, oh goodness, now I have 3 kids, now I have 4 kids. So you just become more brave as you become a mom. And look at you launching courses and doing lives. That's awesome. So how do you get time to blog with running a full-time family and homeschooling?
It is crazy. I don't get to sleep pretty much. No, just kidding. I do sleep, but way less than when I'm single. But mostly it's during the nap time and sleeping time. That's exactly what all the moms do. And sometimes when they relax, they're playing. So I'm just, I'm doing things on a blog that I don't need to think.
Yeah.
So things like creating images, just putting, couple words and pictures, so things you don't really need to think really through, and with thoughts and stuff.
Yeah.
And I do scheduling at that time, answering some comments, just a couple words, and doing social media posting thing. But when my kids really asleep, I do more like thinking thing, like blog posts. That
Yeah.
something really challenging for me, like creating the outlines and like right now, videotape or interview and doing courses, and those are more, like I really need like quiet time.
Oh,
And those
definitely.
time will save it for when the kids like leave me alone.
Like exactly. Like if you guys don't know, it is 10 o'clock in the morning here where I am. I'm in Florida, and Potom is in Hong Kong, and it's almost midnight
11.
there.
Yep. That's
So
my golden time.
so I'm vlogging time.
I know.
Oh my goodness. So golly, what kind of traffic do you get to your blog, and how do you get the traffic? Is it what's working for you right now?
I'm amazed. SEO is my first number one. Like writing is really hard for me. Like finding keywords, finding what people think, like their wording. I'm like, oh, I don't know. It's English. I just do really simple. And as I learn from Susie, and as I grow, I think I'm getting better.
Oh
But
yeah.
um, surprisingly, SEO is my number one traffic. I'm like, okay, cool. So a lot of people really search for Chinese thing like printable, which that's one of the reasons I start this blog, because I can't, when I homeschool my kid, my purpose is not to compete with the public school system.
Yeah.
I'm in Hong Kong. I can easily just send them to school and learn Chinese.
Yeah.
Why do I need to teach it myself, right?
Yeah.
There are plenty of Chinese people out there. But I do, the homeschooling like help me to believe like how really educate my kid, not just being a robot sitting there, which they should play and all this stuff. So I do want to find curriculum or things that really fit them. And my kids are a little unique than local kid in Hong Kong. Their Chinese is terrible compared with them, and their English is amazing. So there's no way my kids survive in Hong Kong school at all.
Yeah.
And so I try to find like curriculum or printable that will help, and I can't. And that's one of the reasons I'm like, okay, I have everything in my brain. I just produce out and put it out, and so that's why I start making Chinese printable. And so people want to have that too, and they search in Google. And my second traffic will be Pinterest, definitely. Okay. And so this too is the main source for me to get traffic as well. And the third will be Facebook. Facebook page is running pretty good, and groups. There are people, they want to teach their kid in Chinese, even no matter they're in the States or in Europe, in Israel, whatever, and they get together in a group, just like, you taught us. And so those three things is my most, places that get most of the traffic I have.
That's amazing. I think like you're probably getting so much SEO traffic because like you said, there's not a lot out there. Like you are this blog that came out and you have the Chinese printables for homeschooling your kids. Like that's such an awesome niche. And like you're going to be Fortune Cooking Mom is just going to like get bigger and bigger because you're the big guy in this space, or like you're the first. And like SEO traffic is great traffic. So I'm very proud of you. Even though it's not your first language, you are actually ranking for keywords and getting SEO traffic.
That's scary, dude. Like when I don't know anything about blog. I'm not a tag girl at all. And my husband like, it's okay, I'm like, is my niche too tiny? Like I'm, no one need it. Like Hong Kong people don't need it. They go to school, right? Like, or I was teaching Chinese immersion school in the US before, and so I'm like, probably I just target those parents or stuff like that. But it's come across right now. I realize that more and more, people like not just going to Chinese school, but they like American born Chinese or whatever, they do want to learn Chinese as well. And so it's really unique, and I think I realize there's a good niche that I pick. I'm glad because this is my first time.
It's a fantastic niche. I think you're underestimating how big it could be.
Thank you. I don't know. I'm just lucky.
You're fortunate.
Yes, that's why I'm fortunate.
Yes. So how do you grow your email list? Probably through all of the printables that you're creating, right?
Yeah. So mostly I have a Chinese library, like library resources, like, just bunch of, my freebies, or pick a couple of pages from my product to put it like a freebies and let them to try the sample or things like that. So most of them is, they sign up for my library. And the second thing right now I'm trying is, actually I tried for last year, I start to have free challenge.
Okay.
And because I actually see a lot more Chinese blogger, or people who blog about Chinese activity and things like that out there since I started. And of course, sometimes scared, I'm like, oh, but in the same time, it's great, there are more people, so I can, link them as, not just myself here. But anyway, so I found a lot of, activity, a lot of ideas, and some printables sometimes out too. So I'm thinking, what can I do actually to help parents to act?
Yeah.
It's easily to really just scroll through all the activity, which I did all the time. I'm doing still. Like, oh, this amazing, and I didn't do anything anyway. So much, it's so cool, and so what? So I set up, I start to host some free challenge. I create 5 days lesson plans with all details, free freebies, all the things, and I'm doing it with them.
That's awesome.
Each day I send them, lesson plan ahead, and I do it, and I post in my Facebook group and Facebook page, and then we'll have a giveaway. So each, if parents want to, get that giveaway, they're going to comment and post what they did with photos or videos as well. And so that's count for like an entry every day. And so it is awesome to see, my Facebook group at that moment mostly, blossom, everyone just posting what they did, how they do, and how they create and tweet my lesson plan. And it's, that's really the most traffic I have every challenge I have. I usually have around 200 new people when they just for that week.
That's awesome.
To the challenge as well. So that's awesome. Really helped, I think.
That is great. Like, challenges actually getting people to take action and then asking them to show the proof of their action. I love that. It's very, very smart. So when you created your first course, tell us a little bit about that process. How did you come up with the idea? What fears did you have? And then now you launched it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. I have been thinking doing course for a while because I took your course and a couple other people, and I like the idea, like I'm going to college again, as even I'm a stay-home mom, oh, I love learning. I can't right now. So taking courses is amazing. And it's not super hard, I guess, at the moment, which is not, it's pretty hard, but it's, it's doable. It's possible, definitely, doing videos. And I love teaching. Like, my dream is to become a teacher. So being a homeschool mom, teaching my own kid is dream. Like, even though I can't teach other kids, publicly, but I'm thinking I can use a course, not just, like a blog, just writing to them. That's really, I don't want to say flat, or like no people, like it's not alive, like just passage and article, no matter how much photo and things I did there. Our challenge is great, but just that 5 days and done. I can't do like every day. It's exhausting. So I'm thinking I like the course, like online course can be like, you can keep it running all the time, or, just exists just like a blog, and is more alive, and the instruction and things like that. So I always want to do that, but every time like I want to do that and don't know how, and babies keep popping up and breastfeeding, and need to keep like, my blogging as normal, and it's taking me so long to really actually make it happen. And it's hard. I'm like, oh, I want to do that, and like, oh no, I can't. And I don't want to make excuses. Everyone told me don't make excuses, but there's a huge excuses I need to make because I just can't do it.
Right.
So finally, when and I still need to homeschool my kid. Like, I need to sleep, and there's no time. But I do, keep blogging, and I like how you say, even though maybe, I can't do it right there, I need to grow my email list and get to my people. And so when I'm ready, I can do it. So last year, I think, I forget when November or something, you launched your course by number?
Yeah, about 2 years ago.
No, just recently, really recently.
I relaunched it. Yeah. Back in August, I relaunched the course by number.
Yep. So I took your course.
Thank you.
And I actually following your free challenge, and doing the master group or all this and get to know. And I have entered to the I have a master group with 5 people members that is your student or audience or
Awesome.
whatever, and we still get in touch. And that group actually helped me, at least. I'm the Asian girl, don't know anything, and they're like amazing. And so we are following you to doing all the challenge, and it's coming to products, doing course. I'm thinking, and then we have a couple of people doing it. I'm like, okay, I will try. And so that helped me. Actually, your free challenge
Oh,
helped me really
awesome.
act like month by month. It's not like I do have a little deadline, but not like 2 days. Like
Exactly.
I
Give
can't.
you
I'm a
enough time.
mom.
Yeah.
I know. So I'm following a challenge, and that's how I did
That's
it.
amazing.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
so
So
proud of you.
this is I don't think I will do it with the child, but it will be not launched yet. Probably like, oh, I have this coming up. I have virus right now, and I'm getting ready to move, and things coming. Okay. And I do have a couple of times want to give up. I'm like, oh, things going horrible. I cannot get the recording right
Yeah.
for like
Yeah.
months. I'm like, oh, and internet's terrible in Hong Kong. And yeah, and things like crazy. And but I keep doing it and pushing. I'm like, okay, whatever. I no matter like, and I also really fear because my niche is teeny, and I try to ask my audience, like email list, even though I have 2,500 people right now, but no one respond me sometimes. No people talk to me or respond. Like, okay, I ask them what course, or I do this, like no one
Yeah.
respond. Like, okay, probably no one interest, but I'm just going to launch it, whatever. Like even though no people, I to get something out there and to try it out and see the process and try next time. So
Yeah.
that's what I did.
All right. So how did it go? You have 2,500 people, which is a good list size, and it's a good list size to start launching something. How did your launch go with your course?
So I first do a free challenge
Mm-hmm.
again
Okay.
for Chinese New Year. So before Chinese New Year, I do a challenge because usually Chinese New Year is my peak. Like it's the most like time that people will come into my blog to do all this craft or printable,
Yeah.
and so I know those are really good time, and I push myself. I really, really need to launch that time. There's no other date.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, so January, so I start to do 5-day challenge and get more subscribers. And after a week, what did I do? Let me think. I forget.
No worries.
And I, in the same time, I prepare. I find a guest post opportunity, and I did find my first broadcast interview about homeschooling,
Awesome.
and it's perfect timing, like because sometimes you can't just want things happen, like they need to cooperate or their timing need to be right as well, especially
Yeah.
broadcast like. And so the lady is perfect, like they everything launch, post it, publish it before my free challenge, so it's kind of
Perfect.
advertise my free challenge in the same time, promote it.
Yes.
And so I did it, and so free challenge pretty good, but actually my blog was broken during
Oh
the free
no.
challenge. I so it's crazy. I'm like, like even data is gone. Like can't back up with call and nothing.
What happened?
I don't know. I need to ask my husband for the detail, but he probably won't tell me every single thing because I don't understand the tag and everything. But anyway, he really quickly just you know recovered just a couple, and I try to put a couple blog posts. I'm just pushing him, whatever. But I understand that even though my blog kind of disappeared, but I do have my people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like the process, I need to deal with this, kind of my email list people mostly, and my social media, and I have the landing page still up, and so they can still subscribe, and we still the process going. But my blog kind of all over, so kind of like, am I doing things right, whatever. But after the free challenge and after a couple of weeks, and then I start to so after broken, I'm like, and I my course barely finished. I have like 2 weeks gap before I planning to launch. I'm like,
Yeah.
should I do a beta group testing? 2 weeks only. I
Yeah.
did it.
Good. Okay,
Like
awesome.
whatever, I've just asked my 2,500 people, which never really respond me. I asked them if anyone interested, and and I'm thinking, should I do pay or free? I do a pay one,
How did that
like
go?
really, and I have 5 students.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
and they are golden. I'm like, oh, five, okay, that's good, and they're amazing. And I have a couple. I've actually do a two interview one, and I can make one for my testimonial through
Good.
one of the video. I'm like,
That's
oh man, I
awesome.
cannot believe. And so I can't give them 2 weeks to finish the course,
Yeah.
which is impossible. But no, they go through the course, they will take months to really teach their kids Chinese.
Yeah.
And I do get all the testimonial that I need and put in the course perfectly, the sales page, and I launch it.
That's
And I
awesome.
launch 14 days. And I do Facebook Live, and emails, and that's about it. And I just keep doing it. And one of the most successful live I did, because
Yeah.
usually live, I don't get much, respond. And I'm just haha, talk to me. No one say hi. Okay, good. But I have two really good one. One is talking about my stories.
Okay,
Like
yes.
why this course or really helped me. And the second was the Q&A. Pretty
Mhm.
much I just go through my sales page Q&A and just read it out loud.
Yeah. Very
And I
smart.
have people, respond me and asking me more questions at a time, just answer them. And that live is kind of like the end of my launch. So I actually have not tons, but I have like 6 people enroll like in the same time after Q&A section. I'm like, oh,
Yes.
good. Usually just one couple days and nothing, and then not much. But at the end, I have quite a bit because of this Q&A section live,
That's
and so
awesome.
that's why I did.
Yeah, because after a Q&A section and or live, people can see you and you're responding to questions that they might have. And you're there, you're a real person, you're answering them, and you're like, oh, after they watch the live, they're like, oh, okay, well, all my questions are answered. Now I can go get the course. So good job for doing that. That's awesome.
Oh, thank you. I was
So
thinking, oh, probably don't need to do it. It's the last couple of days. No one is going to listen. I'm like, okay, I'll just go for it, and I did it.
the last few days you have to
So
push the hardest. That's awesome.
yeah, I'm like, oh, I don't need to do anything. Just a couple of days, just let it run. But yeah, it's good. Just keep doing it.
And then total, how much did you make from your first course launch?
um, a total is $2,132.
Wow,
I know I have
2,000,
25 students.
over $2,000 of 25 students. That's amazing.
Yes, it is crazy. I didn't expect. I'm like 800 would be great. I'm like, okay, it's over 1,000. I think that's it. And I do the live Q&A and keep popping, and yeah, and that's good. I'm like, oh, yeah. So that's
I'm so
that's
proud of
happened. I'm
you.
like, that's great.
That's awesome. Yeah,
That's
the
my miracle.
lives during your launch is very valuable. So if you guys are listening to this, if you have a product that you're launching, make sure to do those lives. And especially the last couple of days, I know I get tired during launches and Potum got tired too, but we push
Yeah.
through in those last couple of days. People are on the fence. There have a couple questions. If you go live and answer those questions, like things like this can happen.
Yep. So, and also one tips, kind of like, because English is not my native language, so like prepare just the email, like tons of emails to is exhausting already. So I kind of reuse the emails.
Yeah.
So when I'm do live, I'm pretty to say what I said in the emails. I
Yeah.
didn't do new things. Like I sometimes thinking what I should say in live. I'm like, I don't want to tell them like how awesome my course is. It's kind of weird, which is this, but like I don't want to praise, like
No,
just,
you
oh, it's
should. You
cool.
put a lot of stuff into it. You have to believe in it. And that's okay. That's okay. Like it's an amazing course to help teach your kids a life skill of learning Chinese. Like you should be very proud of that.
Yeah, but I don't know how, like at the time, I don't know how, like every like 3 days I do say the same thing. Like, what do I
Yeah.
say? Like,
Yeah.
so I'm like doing, I'm just reading, not reading, but like reuse the email that I I prepare. So I don't need to do new things again, and kind of, sales page, just get this chunk and just, reuse it and to live with it. And because I think not everyone will read my emails or they're in different platform all the time, so I'm just reuse it like the same material all the time.
Very smart. Very smart. Yeah, I put the most effort into that sales page, and my sales page has all this content. And then I take a lot from my sales page and put it into my emails, and take the content from the emails and put them in my live. So yes,
I can't write it again. That's too much.
You definitely repurpose.
Yeah.
So what are your top tips for people just starting out, for moms just thinking about starting their blogs? What would you tell them?
Sorry, can you say again?
What are your top tips for new moms as they're starting their blogs?
It's overwhelming. Everyone say that. Yes. And I think planning is huge. Like reasonable plan. Like, I don't know, like of course I will be happy to have surprise, whatever thousands coming. But like in the first couple of years, I do really think like my goal is not, if it's earning a couple of dollars or some dollars, great, but it's more like growing my email list.
Yeah.
Getting to know myself. Like I don't know. I pretty much, Susie, you probably will do the same. Like I'm pretty much like always changing, like realize, oh, I have this talent or people need this. Like even though only Chinese, I do think like, oh, I can teach just this or that, and people changing, the world is changing. So I think like take time to get to know yourself, like is huge. I still don't really know, like because like Chinese niche, like this niche is teeny, so everyone asking everything from me. I can't do it. Like I can't just make books all the time or podcasts and do everything. Like I just have myself like blogging at 11 p.m. like for a couple of hours every day. So I do, it's important to find something you really like, passionate about, which you said it already before, and unique about yourself. Because and also not scared to kind of, doing things that double that other people do, because I'm sure that other people do, sometimes the same or some posts is the same as well. But find a thing that you unique about yourself and just be proud of it, just go for it. And I'm sure that not the whole world will love you, but they do have people, like a group of people will like fall in love with you because your uniqueness and being yourself.
You don't need everybody to love you. You just need a core group of people that love you and follow your stuff and buy your content and share your blog post. So it's okay. It's okay to niche down. Like you guys, if you're listening to this interview with Potem, she niched down to Chinese homeschooling and she's doing so well. So, I mean, that's just so encouraging that you stuck with it, even when you still grew your family. You're just a very dedicated and loving mom to be able to do this for your kids and then share all that with the world.
Yep. I like that point as well. Like I'm not doing extra work for something else. What I'm doing is all the materials I'm using for my kid, I'm actually creating for my kid. Like that's the fun thing, is like not just the money or like personal time, whatever, but I do really love like blogging what I'm doing, because my kids is learning Chinese amazingly. Like I'm so happy. Like they're getting better and better, and of course I'm learning from other people as well. But I'm really happy, like things that works, and that I'm spending all this extra time, not just earning money, like working, but is for my family as well, like for them to grow and for the learning education as well.
That's awesome. So tell us more about your course and where can we find it? And if anybody here is interested in Chinese homeschooling, where can we go get your course?
So introducing Chinese at home is, I have a link in, do I have a link actually? Sorry.
I'll put a link in the description so they can go directly to it.
Yeah, but it just closed. I will relaunch it probably after summer or something, because I'm getting ready to move back to the States. So it's kind of crazy. But the course is for fluent or non-fluent speaker. So you don't have to know to speak Chinese. What you need to know is you have a desire to start teaching your kid. And this course is not teaching you, because a lot of people may think, but this course is not teaching your kid how to speak Chinese. So not greeting, not hi and bye, but it's more for strategies for you, parents, and your family, how to create an environment at your home to prepare your kid to learn Chinese. So they have more like how to do a routine, how to set up system. Because I do think like learning Chinese for my kid, even I speaking Chinese to them all the time, is really foreign for them. Like something that they feel uncomfortable. Like English is comfortable, so that's why they speak English all the time. And so Chinese is not something they feel comfortable. It's not something they feel familiar. So this course is for them to have this connection with Chinese language and the culture first before they start learning the language.
That's right.
I don't know, Susie, what will you do like if your kid, like when your kid like knowing the Ethicon, do you teach them like what your hometown look like, their myths, their stories, background? And this is what I teach the parent to actually using even their native language to teach them, Chinese New Year, the monster, whatever, the fairies, and all this fun thing, how people Chinese eat and like, how they play. And so they do have the background information first. And then to teach them language after. So this is what the course is about.
I love that. So they fall in love with the culture and they hear how amazing the culture is, and then learning the language with it becomes like this bonus of embracing that beautiful culture that you're teaching them. So
yeah, you can't just sound whatever foreign thing and they're like, boring, I have no idea what's that, but they do need the connection and build a relationship, just like we blogging, we need to start a relationship first, especially for kids, and they will have more interest to really keep it up for a long run to learn Chinese.
I love that. I love that. All right. So guys, we can find Po Tim and her course at Fortune Cookie Mom. I will link below to all her resources. And just the last question that you told me before we started the interview, what does your name mean?
So a lot of people would call me Po, for American, but like actually Po Tim, both is my first name. Each word have like each one have a characters in it. So Po is mean treasure bao in Mandarin. Bo is in Cantonese, and Tim is means sweet. In Mandarin is tian, tian tian de. In Cantonese Tim. So my mom picked this name for me. So kind of like sweet treasure, and so that's kind of when we think about my blogging name, like my husband said you need to have like some kind of mom there because your mom, like okay, and then what else, like Chinese mom, like what? And because I'm kind of I have a American husband and we are going to settle in America, and I'm kind of Americanized already, so that's fortune cookie is the perfect thing, and it is sweet, that and people, is catchy, everyone eat fortune cookies, in America, which, if you know that, they have no fortune cookies in Hong Kong. I have never eaten it in my life until I go to
such
America.
An American thing, yeah.
You need to search
and you find
in
a little
Google
treasure in it,
Yep. So it's American thing. It's not Chinese thing. And so that's how my blogging name come from, is kind of like my sweet treasure name, plus my kind of my background and things, and come a fortune cookie mom.
I love it. Thank you so much, Po Tim. We really appreciate it. And thank you for sharing your story with us.
Thank you very much for letting me be here. And thank you, Susie, for teaching us all these things.
Of course. Thank you.